Louis Sullivan, loftiness and verticality. Did you know Louis Sullivan is famous for the idiom form ever follows function? You may have heard the phrase and wondered what it meant and in what context it was said. The quote is taken from Louis Sullivan's 1896 essay, The Tall Office Building Artistically Considered, first published in the Lippmeier magazine, in which Sullivan describes his aesthetic ideals and rationale for the design of the new building typology, the skyscraper. Skyscrapers, or tall office buildings as they were first called, began to appear in the American landscape after the Industrial Revolution. The city of Chicago were pioneers in the field, encouraged by the building boom that came after the Great Chicago Fire of 1871, which had destroyed about a third of the city. Louis Henry Sullivan, born September 3, 1856, is widely considered America's first truly modern architect. Although born in Boston, Massachusetts, Sullivan is best known as a major player in what is known as the Chicago School and the birth of the modern skyscraper. Sullivan is described as a leader in the development of the most quintessential of American buildings, the skyscraper, by Fazio, Moffett, and Wodehouse in the 2014 third edition of their book, A World History of Architecture. Encyclopedia Britannica introduces Sullivan as being regarded as the spiritual father of modern American architecture and identified with the aesthetics of the early skyscraper design. Beginning with the first story, we give this a main entrance that attracts the eye to its location, and the remainder of the story we treat in a more or less liberal, expansive, sumptuous way, a way based exactly on the practical necessities, but expressed with a sentiment of largeness and freedom. The second story we treat in a similar way, but usually with milder pretension. Above this, throughout the indefinite number of typical office tiers, we take our cue from the individual cell, which requires a window with its separating pier, its sill and lintel, and we, without more ado, make them look all alike because they are all alike. This brings us to the attic, which, having no division into office cells and no special requirement for lighting, gives the power to show by means of its broad expanse of wall and its dominating weight and character that which is the fact, namely, that the series of office tiers has come definitely to an end.